What is going on, guys? Have you missed me yet? I just got to thinking about it, man. I've been sitting at home for 3 months. Well, come January 6th, it will be 3 months, but I'm gonna go back to work before then, so almost 3 months. So it's been a minute, man. I tell you what, I got a lot to share with you guys. Where I've been, what I've been doing. Oh, look at there, she shiny. She needs a bath though. She needs a bath. Went and got me a new air truck. Getting ready to air up these tires, and yeah, look at that. No lights come on. Nothing on the dash. We had a cold spell just the other day. That cold spell in North Georgia got down to 7 for 2 nights. I guarantee you I'm gonna have to air up some of these tires. I bet that back one. That back one's all right. That's all right. That right there needs some air. But we had a cold spell last week and got down to 7 degrees 2 nights in a row. Now I know 2 degrees or 7 degrees at night ain't that big of a deal for most people, most parts of the country. But for North Georgia, that's cold. That's cold, real cold. Yeah, look here, right there. She needs air. That's the one I've had problems with, and it ain't been aired up in 3 months, and that's what it lowered down to. Now I did put some Fix-A-Flat in it, not a lot. I couldn't get a lot in it, but it did slow down the leak. I can usually go about 3 weeks. And it dropped about 10 pounds of pressure, so it ain't that bad. But 3 months sitting in this winter weather, yeah, she's about to get low enough to fall off the bead. And well, anyways, guys, I'm gonna get this truck going. Come back to you here in a little bit, update you on what I've been doing, and some great news, awesome news, especially for an owner-operator. It's one of the best things you can do. So stick around. Hi guys, welcome back. Man, I tell you what, this truck's kicking my butt. It's still charging at 75 amps. So I've been sitting here idling since I got here, and I didn't look at the time when I got here, but I'm gonna say about 2.5 hours ago, still idling and still charging at 75 amps. I'm probably gonna go tomorrow. What is today? Wednesday, Thursday? I'm gonna go one day before I leave next week. I got a job going on, convention load. I gotta leave out and be down in Miami next Friday. So I might just go ahead and get some new batteries and not risk it. I don't wanna be sitting in a convention somewhere and my battery's not, have to shut it off because I'm inside the building, and then have to shut it off and not be able to start it back up. So I've got about 2 years out of those batteries, and I came about a month ago and fired the truck up and had to jump it off. That's when I got those new cables, and it just didn't have enough fire. It click, 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 all the lights come on, everything will work, but it didn't have enough juice to fire up the truck. So I went over here to Advanced Auto Parts and got some new jumpers, some 2-gauge. And a month ago when I fired it up, I kid you not, I hooked it up to the truck, to the Cummins, the Dodge, the Ram, and hooked it up to the Kenworth. And by the time, I'd say 2 or 3 minutes maybe had passed, I got back to the truck and I just flipped on the switch just to see what the amperage was, and it freaking pegged out. So I was like, why not? Bam, and it fired up within 2 or 3 minutes. Now mind you, in the last 10 or so years, I've been using regular cheap jumper cables you get at the truck stop. Let me tell you guys, go ahead when you're at home, go to Napa, O'Reilly, Advanced Auto Parts somewhere and get you some 2-gauge. It took about 2 minutes on just a dead enough batteries to not fire up the truck. Now this time, I didn't have no lights or nothing, and it still took about 10 minutes idle time, maybe 15 before it'd fire up. And when she fired up, everything was good, all the gauges worked. But I did run into some problems, guys, so bear with me. I'm going to get to the good news, the great news. I cut my finger, so that's what that is. I've been crawling around the truck for the last 2 hours, aired up all the tires on the truck, found some issues. Let's just go about one by one. Number one, then, I found this little booger right here. Yeah, anybody know what these are? You might know what that is. That right there is an exhaust manifold bolt. And I've got 2 broken exhaust manifold bolts. These things are prone to do that. So guess what I got to do in the near future? I done called Caitlin down at Haggai. If you're looking for a good shop, guys, look down in the description. All their information's there. And sad news is they're not going to be open until like the 8th of January. I think the 8th. Yeah, maybe. They taking a hiatus off for the New Year's and Christmas. So I done called Caitlin and left her a message to get me some exhaust manifold bolts and some new gaskets. And I'm going to be driving around with a whistling Banshee down to Miami to the convention and back. Sure enough though, it's just a 900-mile load. So down to Miami, 900 miles out, 900 miles back, and then 500 miles back to Griffin, and then we'll take care of this little ordeal. But anyways, it's gonna be screaming like a banshee till I get those exhaust manifold bolts changed out. The next problem I ran into was when I opened the truck, I smelled something. Usually if you smell something like a rotten egg, your batteries are bad. Well, this smelled like vinegar. Keep in mind, guys, I keep apple cider vinegar in the truck, and apple cider vinegar with, it's Bragg. The name brand is Bragg apple cider vinegar with the mother. And I usually take a swig of that. You know, it's real good on alkaline in the body. Anyway, I have a bottle. I have 2 bottles in here. My full bottle didn't bust. It was the bottle that was half empty, half full, whichever. It busted. So yeah, luckily I like the smell of vinegar. My truck smells like vinegar. So that's not necessarily a good thing. It could be a lot worse. I have actually spilled some sardines in here before. Yeah, that's not a great smell. The next problem I ran into is whenever I was cleaning up my mess, I pricked my finger on a little shard glass, and it's been bleeding like crazy. What else? Oh yeah, I found a loose nut on my bumper. I walked by and I brushed it. I thought, what the heck? And then it got my attention. Then I looked down at it and I noticed it was rattling. I reached down there and I wiggled it, and I was like, that ain't good. One of the little brackets down there had got loose. I'm talking about backed out loose. It was about that far loose from the nut to the head of the bolt. There's about a 1/4 inch play. It almost went all the way out, but I tightened that down. Everything else is good. Old girl's been sitting around. I do got to top off my coolant. My coolant looked about maybe a ½ gallon low, so I'm gonna top that off. Now, all that to get to the good news. The good news is the #1 goal of an owner-operator is usually to get their equipment paid off. And I think it was on the 13th of December, I called up Farm Bureau in, I think they're in Houston, Farm Bureau, which in my state is called Georgia Farm Bureau, but you know, I guess corporate headquarters or whoever done my loan for my truck and my trailer, they're in Houston, Texas. So Farm Bureau of Texas. I called them up. I tried to pay it online and it wouldn't allow me. It allowed me to make $5,000 payment increments. So I just called up customer service, got them online, paid off my truck, paid off my trailer in full. Now waiting on the titles to come. And for y'all you guys that's new to the channel, I run a 14 model Kenworth W900L. It's got a Cummins in it. It's tuned to 600 horsepower, 2050 on the torque. 280-inch wheelbase, flat top, not a true flat top, but that is what it is. It's still a flat top. Pulling a drive-in. I got a 13 model Great Dane drive-in with all the bells and whistles on it. And guys, it's paid for. So the next step, what I'm thinking, it took my breath to say all of that. I'm thinking when the market either crashes or levelizes and normalizes back down to where you can buy a decent truck for a decent price, which in the last month, guys, they've been coming down leaps and bounds. I told a lot of people wanting to buy a truck, I said, just wait another 6 months, wait another 3 months, just wait. And that has came to pass and been truth. So I'm going to keep on waiting. And when the trucks get back to normal prices, I think I'm going to go buy another truck. And no, I'm not trading in my truck. I'm not getting rid of my truck. I'm not doing anything with my truck. I still drive this truck. This is my truck. But I'm thinking of grabbing another truck and hiring on a driver. So stay tuned for that. And I want to, yeah, I might do that. If I like how it goes with one truck, I might buy another one. You know, just stair step up to, I have a couple trucks. So that's in the future of what I want to do. And well, I wouldn't say I want to do it, but here's the deal. People's been asking me for years, Sammy, why don't you grow a fleet? And I said, it's because of this. I don't want to go in debt and be married to a truck payment where I have to depend on another person. You know, I used to try to make money with people. I was in network marketing, and I realized I'm pretty damn good at making money by myself. So I just don't have a lot of faith in people. And especially when you hire somebody to work for you, for your business, you're going to find somebody, the best employee you have is going to work half as hard as you work. So I didn't want to take on a big monthly obligation, a big payment, and be stuck with that payment and be in need of a good driver, because I will be picky. I have high level of standards. So if I hired somebody, it's going to be a high-level standard driver. Now, say that I couldn't find that high-level standard driver, or say my driver decides to buy his own truck or go to another company, or, you know, what have you. I don't want to have to lower my standards that put a driver in that truck just because I got that monthly payment coming up. You feel me? So my method and my philosophy on this has been, I'm pretty good at making one truck payment. When I get this truck paid off, then I might buy another truck, because at the end of the day, again, I'm pretty good at making one truck payment. So even if I buy another truck, I've been making this truck payment for 5 years. If I buy another truck, even if I don't have a top tier driver, I'm still pretty good at making one truck payment. And I'm not going to be married to that payment and be hurting for a driver, because I'm not going to lower my standards to hire a half-rate driver and put me out of business. You know, a lot of people says, what do you mean? You know, get out here, rack up CSA points, overweight, well, not overweight. Yeah, overweight tickets affect the carrier. Rack up overweight tickets, CSA points, out of services, risk of a crappy driver getting into a bad situation and making my CSA points go up where I can't afford the insurance. And that driver, all they got to do is say, well, I don't like it here no more. I'm going over here to Swift or wherever. Well, I'm stuck with the aftermath. So I will have a high standard if I do that. I think this has stopped bleeding now. So that will be coming in. Well, it just depends on the market. If the market normalizes in the next 6 months, the next 12 months, I'm probably going to buy another truck. And yeah, we're going to start a growth of a fleet. Now, I hope all you guys had a good Christmas, a good holidays. I know myself, I got me a new toy, and I'm not going to go too in depth about it, but I want y'all to check out this baby right here. This right here is a brand new 6-hour P320 compact Romeo 1 Pro. And the Romeo 1 Pro is the optics on top. It's pretty cool. It's a real red dot optic. So that was my toy for Christmas. I love this little gun. I've been telling my buddies for years I'm gonna start a collection. So I got this one for carry, which I'm gonna get another one for carry, because I want one with carry without the optic on top. Because that little case right there, I've already dropped it 3 or 4 times. So I'm gonna get me another one. I'm probably gonna get a 6-hour P226, the same one the SEALs use. Now that's a pricey gun, but man, they are sweet. I probably will get one of those or get a subcompact SIG. And I fell in love with SIG back last year. It ain't next year yet. It's almost, we got 3 days. Back when me and the family went to Boise to hang out with Bo and Crystal and his family with safetyauditprep.com, all the pistols that we shot that he has are 6 hours, and I'm pretty sure that is a P320s. But that was I got the compact because I want to carry it. I'm probably going to get, like I said, a subcompact because I think I like that better carrying this around all day. But I fell in love with the SIGs after shooting his, and I said, why a SIG? And he told me everything about it, and I was like, man, I like this gun. And I think he won my heart whenever we was about 200 yards out, and he had a plate up. If anybody's seen that video, it happened to go viral on TikTok. Last I looked, it was like 3.1 million views. The difference between a 6.5 Creedmoor, a 338 Lapua, and a 50 cal HTI Desert Tech. The same comparison at the same distance of how it hits that plate. But anyway, we took those shots at 200 yards. Now later we went on out to a half-mile range, but just to grab those shots, comparisons, they was at 200 yards. And we was at 200 yards, and I said, Bo, you think you could ping that thing in with that SIG? He said, I don't know. So he's mounted up. He went pow, 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 ding! What the hell? He just pegged it with about 3 shots at 200 yards, and then pinged it up 2 or 3 more times. And I was like, yep, I'm getting a SIG. I love that gun. Anyway, I'm a big fan of SIG. Anyway, that was my toy. And guys, I don't really have much to say besides that. No, I don't know what's up with Driven Trucking. I know you're going to ask. Yes, I mean, I do know what's up with Driven Trucking. That is my boy. But if he wants you to know, he'll come on his channel and tell you. How about that? Everything's good with him. Everything's peachy. Life is good. So, what next? Well, I've got new plans for this year. I don't want to dwell or delve. Is that the word, delve? I don't want to dive. Let's use that one. I don't want to dive too far into what plans I have this year, but let's just say they're big plans. Keep on doing what I'm doing on the grind. Keep on doing what I'm doing with the show freight. and we'll see if we can 10x. I want to 10x what I'm doing already. I got some big goals. We've got to get this out. We got to 10x the app. So there's a lot of focus going on the Pro Driver Tools app. If you hadn't downloaded the Pro Driver Tool app yet, go into your app store, Apple or Android, download it. It's Pro Driver Tools, and let's build that app. And we're in pursuit to build the best damn trucking app, period. But that takes you downloading and helping us out. It's just like growing a YouTube channel. We got to get users on it. And as we grow, we're going to be adding more and more tools to help you maximize your efficiency in trucking. I would give you all the details that we're going to do, but quite a few items that we're going to add to the app are proprietary. So I can't tell you because we don't want the competition using it and trying to beat us, or actually beating us to it. Anyways, guys, I got videos to finish. I know I've been slacking, but anyways, let's go into this next year with high goals, high ambitions, high drive, and let's get it done. And I just want to share that with you guys and let y'all know, how about that? I got my truck paid for. Now I've got to start pimping it out. I've said I'm not going to put no money into it until I paid it out. Well, it's paid out, so I'm gonna have to get a 12 gauge visor, an American Eagle bumper, a paint job, some stacks, some different side steps. I got the 45-inch steps on here. I want to condense that down to at least 32. Air ride front end suspension, so I can, feel me? So I can drop it down. Anyways, guys, it's good to be back. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all you guys. We will catch you in that next video. And remember, guys, it's not how far you go in life that matters. What matters is how far you can go in life, adding quality and values to others. Till that next video. See you. Bye.